So, you're leaving then?
Well, that's too bad. Having you around really did wonders for my research. Aw, Professor, we never let you monopolize Mario for your research anyway. Besides, you said I could be your research assistant next term. Yes, that's right. And I thank you, Gumbella. Mario, even after you leave here, please don't forget about us, alright? And we, in return, will wish that you find all the best in the future. Never ever give up, Mario. That's the most important thing I learned from you. Thanks, Mario. Just promise me you'll think of me now and again, okay? Mario? Thanks to you, I have found courage and inner strength. I don't know how to say this, but I think I like myself more since I've known you. And I feel like I've grown closer to my dad. It's also hard to put it into words. My dear Mario! I'm ready to make my comeback in the theater now. I found so many things on this journey that I can only express on stage. And with these new themes, I am so ready for that wonderful spotlight again. Please do come see me once we've finished rehearsing. And bring Peach too, dear. Gonzalez! Oh yeah, wait! I've got to stop doing that. It's Mario, right? Well, you always be Gonzalez to me, man. Because I was born in the Glitz Pit, and Gonzalez is, and always will be, the champ. So let's meet again, Gonzalez. I mean it, man.
Mario? I feel like I've grown to never mind. Yeah. I sure do think that you and Peach make a nice couple. I'll never forget my time traveling with you. So, don't forget me either.
Well, old boy, it was most agreeable that I had the chance to meet you. If not for you, then my dear Scarlet would still gaze down on a broken problem. But now, I'm off to sea again. I know Scarlet would have wanted it that way. Let's see each other again, Mario. And this time, let it be on the high seas, old boy.
Well, it is time for us to part ways, my little cheese hunk. But I will not say farewell, because you're welcome here anytime. And since you're welcome, you should come anytime you please, sweetie. Now, be careful, and until we meet again, adieu.
Well, the boat's almost here.
Mario!
Ah, you made it just in time. Take these with you. We brought them so you'd have something to eat on the boat. Yummy! These are very fresh mushrooms.
Oh, thank God I have enough inventory space to keep these things, am I right? Nah, jokes.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you. Everyone. If not for all of you, the world would have fallen into a horrible darkness. But your brave hearts strove for peace and saved this world. I don't know how to thank you, but know that the entire world is in your debt.
What? Nonsense! We're the ones who should be thanking you, Princess! If you hadn't come to our little town, we'd all be puppets for the Shadow Queen and Grotus. The thought gives me hives. Ugh. Ah! Look! Your Highness! I see the boat!
Take care, everyone. Farewell!
Oh, forgive my lateness, sir. I must have dozed off a bit. But please, come on board. I'll get you folks back at full steam. set a course for the Mushroom Kingdom.
They are all such lovely people, don't you think? I don't have too many good memories of Rogueport, what with the kidnapping and all. But it really is a vibrant town full of love for life, isn't it? Mario, I was very frightened when they took me. But, well, Tech was really there for me and helped me get through it all. And I knew that you would come to help me as well. I always believe in that. Thank you, Mario. Maybe I should listen to Toadsworth and behave more like a princess from now on. Mario! Look out there! Rogueport's positively shining! It's so beautiful!
Oh wow, that's pretty crazy, bro. You had a pretty rough time of it, didn't you? But now that Princess Peach is safe, I guess everything's okay. Really though, how amazing is that you saved the world again? Again, bro! And, say, it's been a while since then. Are you ready for a new adventure? Yeah, you're the man, bro. I wonder what everyone who traveled with you was up to. Eh? What's this? Got an email. Got an email. Where's the... Oh, there's the button. Whoa! What was that, bro? Was that your newfangled mail gadget?
Dear Mario, what's up? Gumbella here. I'm still here working with Professor Frankly. We beat the Shadow Queen, but there's tons of Rogueport lore we still don't get. So, my research with the Professor goes on and on. With the info I gathered with you, we have lots of great leads now, though. Mario, like I always said, every myth contains a kernel of truth. Speaking of which, know what was in the chest that the Professor recovered? You're totally not gonna believe me when I tell you. It's a secret! But I'll tell you next time I see you. As part of my research, I did go back to many of the places we visited. And I saw everyone we travelled with too. Koops is living peacefully in Peterburg with his dad and Koopy Koo. And Mario, guess what Koops wants to do now? He wants to become mayor of Peterburg and live there in peace. Can you imagine? Still, it might just be perfect for him, come to think of it. He's so much more of an adult now than when he left Rogueport. Still, I think Koopy Koo pretty much has him wrapped around her little finger. Flurry's back on stage in a big way, and the crowds are totally ecstatic. And the play she's doing right now is the story of our adventure. Yeah! It's called Paper Mario. I saw it twice. It was totally the best play ever. And somehow, Dupless has joined the troupe as an actor. Who saw that coming? His transformation skills are serving him well, but it still kind of creeps me out. Oh, and Little Rizzo? Yeah, he's fighting solo in the Glitz Pit. He says he's getting pretty close to a title match even. Isn't that just adorable? Oh yeah, He's calling himself the Great Gonzalez Jr. in the ring, by the way. It's sorta silly, but kinda cute too, don't you think? Oh, and, well, I have to get this exactly right, or he'll get, like, so mad at me. He said, that he could totally take you in the ring now, so bring it. I guess he doesn't change. Isn't that too cute? Vivian's gone back to hang out with her sisters. Family is important, after all. Now that the Shadow Queen has been defeated, I don't think Beldam's into evil. Oh, and Beldam also promised she would never be mean to Vivian ever again. Yup, I think the three signs are gonna live pretty peacefully from now on. But you should totally go visit her sometime. Bobbery goes out to sea every day now with Cortez. I think his soul has healed. I ran into him on Keelhaul Key by accident the other day, which was nice. He was so happy, I thought he was going to blow up on me for a second there. You know, I bet Scarlet is looking down on him and smiling right now. Oh, and I almost forgot. Everyone on Keelhaul Key is well, and they say hello. Miss Mouse is still running the bad shop in Rogueport, so she's happy. She comes over to Franklin's sometimes to visit. But, as usual, as soon as she sets foot outside the shop, she turns into a badge ninja. She said just the other day that she had found some super rare badge, actually. That's our globe-trotting, mystery-making, flirting little badge thief, huh? Oh, yeah. In my travels, I heard a rumor that Lord Crump and Grotus were both still alive. I guess that makes them pretty tenacious baddies, doesn't it, Mario? But they've mellowed out a lot, just like Beldam has, and I don't expect more trouble. Plus, I hear Grotus is just ahead, which really cuts down on mischief-making. Speaking of miracle survivals, guess whose favourite calculator is still computing? He says he really wants to see you and Peach again. Well, I'm totally rambling at this point, so I guess I'd better wrap it up. I just want to say, even though things got tough, I'm grateful for our time together. And there is one thing that kind of weighed on me and I never got to express to you. See, well, maybe that's best kept a secret. So, please say hi to Peach for me, okay? Till we meet again, your friend, Goombella.
Oh, hey, that's awesome, bro. Sounds like everyone's doing great over there. Oh, yeah. Huh? Someone here?
Excuse me, sirs.
Hello, Mario. Hello, Luigi.
Please allow me to apologize for coming unannounced, but, I was cleaning out the storeroom in the castle the other day, and, I found something rather amazing.
Yes, Toadsworth found a treasure map, and I'm sure it will lead to real treasure this time. I just know it. So, Mario, you'd love to look for treasure, isn't that right? The boat's waiting for you.
And that, my friends, is Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door. Oh my god. It finally feels great to finish it after so freaking long. Holy crap, you don't even know. I don't know what's with the vibrating letters. I don't think they really mean anything. I've tried to decipher them. Maybe there is a message hidden amongst it. I don't really know. Regardless, yeah. Oh my god, the editing for these last few videos is going to be a fun thing. I love it when I get mad about that shit. Anyway, I might as well get into my personal thoughts about the game. I did complain and moan a bit, but in all honesty, this is a pretty tight game, all things considered. I mean, relatively speaking, it does get a little easy once you get some of the more broken badges. Like, all or nothing, power pluses, quick change, stuff like that. And I've kind of abused them because of that fact. And I feel kind of bad about it because near the end of the game, I kind of grew a complex of wanting to make things a little bit more difficult than what I was dealing with, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I got into that odd little quirky habit. But yeah, as such, I still plan on doing a rerun of the Pit of 100 Trials, well, off-screen mostly, just to get to Bonetail again so I can refight him with double pain on, because I feel like that would be quite an interesting scenario. Probably will still be just as easy considering that I managed to breeze through most of the Shadow Queen fight, even with the double pain badge on. So I don't know how I'm going to really improve anything further than that. Maybe I'll do a pre-Hooktail double pain run. I don't know if you can even get double pain before Hooktail. Probably not. Which is a shame, because I want to see how that would go. Graphically, I think this game strikes the nicest balance. Like, it doesn't look as it hasn't aged like at all. Well, okay, granted, the bits, some of the sprites are a little bit messy in places. Like, you can kind of see like where there's a bit of detail mess up when they're zoomed in. Like how they just have rough edges at points. Not like pixely edges, that's fine, but I mean like the edges aren't really like they look like somebody didn't come. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. Basically, yeah. Like this still looks great. This game still looks great, and this isn't. Yeah, well, stuff like that too. Like where there's like a lot of sprites, you can tell that it's just a bunch of really compressed images. But I still think this game has a great a set of. You know, it has a great aesthetic. It looks like there's all these areas and they all look kind of weird and zany and unique and stuff. Not like hardcore down-to-earth like Paper Mario 1 was, and not completely abstract like Super Paper Mario is. Although I do like the abstract design of Super Paper Mario, granted. Hey Charles Mountain, what's up? Design-wise, in terms of like, I'm not a fan. Like, starting with this game, I noticed like a thing where the areas started to get a bit thinner, as in they weren't as wide from like the top of an area to the bottom of it. That's probably because all the screens in Paper Mario 1 were designed like that, more or less. So I just kind of like that more than how these ones were designed. And then comes Super Paper Mario, where they might as well just made it 2D. So like I'm still kind of sour about that. But, you know, whatever. The backtracking that's mandatory gets a little bit annoying. However, the combat? Oh my god, this game has the best combat in the entire Paper Mario series. I'm not counting Super Mario RPG because that's not part of Paper Mario, and I know that game is in a whole different league of something altogether. And I'll get to next RPG LP in a bit, but hold your horses. Hold your whole horses. Not just part horses, your whole horses. You see, I made a joke there. But, yeah. I still say that this has the best, battle, system of the series. Like, I don't mind Super Paper Mario's, because it's like, whatever. But, still, this game's combat is great. Also, the credits are almost over on them. Like, still talking about them. And that image is great. Music? Not necessarily every single track in this game is memorable, but there are really... The overall soundtrack is really good. Like, really, really, really good. Like, it's excellent. I can't really say much about the controls, there's nothing to them. Anyway, we reached the end of the credits, and unless we get plenty. Okay, assuming I don't press A. Alright, so that's basically it. I know I spent like nanoseconds talking about the music, but really, all I have to say is that it's great. Really, really, really good. Really good music. I don't think anything happens as long as I don't press A, so I'm not gonna press A. You know what? No, let's pop it on a little bit more, shall we? Yeah, the music I still think is it. What? Man, I'm having trouble putting things into words today, aren't I? I will say that despite all the shit I give Sticker Star, that game has a pretty gosh dang good soundtrack, and it sticks in your head really good. Which made me really sad when I came back to this game, and aside from the boss tracks, which are really good, and the battle theme just sticking in there because it's... You just get into so many battles, it's like kind of stuck in your head through that kind of nature. This is... yeah, it's a good soundtrack, but it's not exactly the one I think of when I think of Paper Mario the most often, and it's kind of sad because, yeah, this is a really good soundtrack. Like, not even joking, it is a good soundtrack. It has a very upbeat tone to it, and everything is just... It's almost got similar beats throughout the songs. Still good, still good, still good. I need to reiterate that so people don't yell at me that I don't think it is good, because it is good, it is good. I can't say much about the controls because there's nothing really to them. It's an RPG, so it's like... If I can move left and right and not clip through a wall, I'm fine. That's all there is to that. Although the small bit of platforming sections you have to do to get some extra stuff can be a bit annoying at times. And using Rizzo to cross platforms, like the Yoshi thing, that is really incredibly picky. It's just a little bit too tight for me. Now, I wouldn't say this is a perfect game, but I cannot... And I refuse to let anybody say this is a bad game, because it is not. It is a very good game. No game is necessarily perfect. There may be one or two exceptions that might be perfect, but in my personal opinion, nothing can be perfect. There has to be flaws. Because if there were perfection in this world, we'd all be achieving it, and I don't know why it got really profound there. Anyway, my blabbling aside... Next time you see me or hear my voice, it is going to be with Gex 2, or Gex Enter the Gecko for the PlayStation. Also the Nintendo 64. Yes, I'm technically doing both versions of the game. I'll get into that when that LP starts. Hopefully either later this month or in October, because school... As you can tell, it's February of 2016 as the upload date indicates, so, you know, that obviously didn't work out as well as I wanted to. Also, I don't know when Gex 2 is going to start. But, in a couple of LPs after Gex 2, we'll be doing another RPG. And you know what that means, kids. That's right, it's strawpoll time! Yay! So as such, I'm putting up four possible LPs again. No, for the record, Sticker Star is not one of them. I am not considering Sticker Star an RPG LP. Because in my personal opinion, it does not count as one. I'll do that game eventually, but it will not be one of the RPG LPs. Because I just don't feel like it is. I'm kind of peculiar about that. I have my reasons. I'm hoping to be less biased when I get to that, though. Anyway, the 4 LPs I plan to do RPGs of... I made sense. The 4 RPGs I plan to do LPs of are as follows. In no particular order... Chrono Trigger, which will be played on the Super Nintendo version through the Virtual Console, with possible PlayStation 1 cutscenes, if you wish, and you can tell me that by posting that in the comments below, not necessarily the straw poll, because I don't want to make 2 separate polls for the same frickin' thing, because that'd be silly. Well, okay, I might, because, you know, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. You know, I'll do that. So, Chrono Trigger, the Super Nintendo version with PlayStation cutscenes, or without. I know how to integrate them. I have the DS version of the game. I'll record them off that and then put them in there. I mean, they'll look a little bit jaggy, but, whatever. Alternatively, I could get the PlayStation version too. But we'll decide that if that one gets picked. The second one is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I will be playing the PlayStation 3 1.5 HD remix version of the game, for that is the version that I have, as I do not have a Japanese copy of Final Mix to record, and, you know... I have it on my PlayStation 3, so it would be no problem in recording it. And I will be doing mostly everything in that too. Which means, yes, I will be doing the Sephiroth fight. I will be doing all the super bosses and all that nonsense. So that's a thing that'll happen. Third is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, which will also be played through the Super Nintendo Virtual Console because I do not have the actual cartridge because fuck those prices. That's a game I never really technically beat, but if that one happens to get picked, I'm going to have to beat it at least 4 times, otherwise it won't be satisfying enough to LP it. Because I'm just kind of that particular like that. Well, not necessarily like 4 times, maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe 3. And that third one possibly be in a practice run. I don't know. I just gotta do it. Because unless I'm purposely doing a blind LP, I don't feel like doing a game that I haven't beaten until I've beaten it at least a couple of times to know that, yes, I am aware of what I'm doing in this game, I swear. And it's fresh in my head too. So I don't feel like I'm doing this for the sake of popularity. I want to know that what I am doing is a positive influence on the community of the gaming. Words and speaking stuff. And this is all contradictory to what the final game on this list of our possible RPG LPs that I'm doing, which is Okage Shadow King for the PlayStation 2. How many of you have actually heard of this game? Probably none of you, right? I'm gonna assume none of you. I'm probably the only one who's known about it who watches these videos. Except, you know, I made these videos. But unless... maybe you do know about Okage Shadow King. In which case, you can vote for that one. I don't really remember much about it. I have it now. But when I first played it many years ago, I think it was around the time of its release, I don't think I recall being in it, but I do remember having a decent okay-ish time with it. I don't know. It'd be interesting. And I've never seen anybody in my circle of friends, and also people that I know who do LPs, really talk about it all that much. So I think it'd be kind of an interesting LP to do, because it'd be a game that nobody has ever really touched upon that I know of. As in, people that I know haven't really touched upon it. So I think it'd be pretty cool to do it, because it's definitely a game that nobody would race to do. Such is the timing of me having to... it's like, hey, I'm going to start this Paper Mario 1000-Year Door LP in July. I just said this is last year, by the way. I'm going to start it in July, and when nobody else is doing this LP, surely nothing bad will happen. And then the thing happened where I stopped doing it for several months. And then I come back to it, and it's like, hey, I'm back, because here's the Hooktail fight. And then it turns out that everybody and their mums is doing a 1000-Year Door LP, and I'm like, oh! Okay, then. Don't I look stupid? Yes, I do. That's great. No, that's fine. That's fine. Not at all salty. What are you talking about? Anyway, so to reiterate, Chrono Trigger, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and Okage Shadow of the King for the PlayStation 2. Those are the 4. Vote in the straw poll down below. When will the voting close? After I beat the next Sonic game. Which you could probably guess where that one's gonna be, but I'm not gonna tell you. You can figure that one out for yourself. No, it's not Sonic 06 again. I already did that game, goddammit. So, until we meet again, see you later and goodbye. I said goodbye. Yes, save all... yes, save all game progress, of course. I don't want to have to record all that again. This was the longest I've ever had to record an LP. Let us never take this long again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever.